Hello everyone, and welcome to this Fox 43 special about one of the most exciting non-sports events on the calendar for Penn State fans, the Happy Valley Cruise. I'm Todd Sadowski.
And I'm Lindsay Barnett. It's relatively new. This is just the third time Penn State football fans get to sail the seas with some Penn State football legends. And when we say legends, we mean it. Anytime you pair former backfield mates Franco Harris and Lydell Mitchell together with fans of the blue and white, great memories are made.
Previous cruises took place in 2019 and early in 2020. After a 2-year hiatus, the Happy Valley Cruise returns for more fun at sea and on land. Over the next 30 minutes, we'll go into greater detail about the Happy Valley Cruise, how it started, who it benefits. To get things rolling, let's take a look at the highlights of the 2022 cruise.
If you're a Penn State fan, it's a vacation plus. It's one of those that you get your vacation, you can do what you want, but then you have all these added events. We have the 50th anniversary of the Immaculate Reception this year.
This Penn State adventure starts at Cape Liberty and overlooks New York City. It continues to a tropical paradise, Bermuda, and ends right back where it started. In between, there's new friends, new places,
Welcome to Whitehorse. Come on in. Enjoy.
and more importantly, family.
When you go around the country and when you travel and you see people from Penn State, you think of them as family. And that's the exciting part for me, to come here like this and have some fun and meet people.
They've done it 3 years. We've been here all 3 years. We don't hesitate coming. It is so much fun. The players are so accessible and friendly, and it is just a blast. And it's such a family. You're just part of it.
The Happy Valley Cruise raises money for pediatric cancer patients and research. It brings together Penn State alumni, fans, and former athletes. It's a combination that creates lifelong memories.
You have a good foundation that you're raising money for a great cause. You have a great captain in Sue Paterno. Fans get a chance to interact with the players, the former players. So it's a recipe for a perfection of anything you're cooking.
The legends are all very gracious. I mean, everybody is very giving of their time, whether it's giving autographs or whether it's just sitting down and having lunch together. Not like they're separate from us.
We're all Penn Staters, and we have a common bond. And for some reason, we all relate to each other and care about each other. It's wonderful.
Such a good time. We are thrilled to be on board to witness the amazing interaction between the former players and PSU fans. And Lindsay, we know how fortunate we are to experience the unforgettable destinations.
Yeah, count me in when it comes to visiting an island. 2 years ago, Key West and Cozumel. This year, Bermuda for 2 days. Everywhere we go, you look up and you see blue skies, and when you look down, you enjoy the clear waters. After a full day on the water, we arrive at our destination, waking up docked in Bermuda. We're on the southernmost tip of the island. The group jumps on multiple vans to work our way to the northern tip to Tobacco Bay. This island is so beautiful. The colorful houses just pop. After making our way around, we finally arrive at the beautiful Tobacco Bay. And what's a Penn State party without some Penn State tunes?
Let's go State! The town's never seemed so good. So good, so good, so good.
The beach closed just for the Happy Valley cruisers to enjoy the time however you'd like. After the beach, we head to the White Horse for a late lunch, and of course, the live music turns into another Nittany Lion sing-along. And who could resist the temptations, especially when Franco Harris grabs the mic? Rinse and repeat the fun the next day, but instead of a group setting, You're free to explore the island or just spend another relaxing day at one of the many beaches. A handful from our group decides to go check out the pink sand beach of Horseshoe Bay.
Thanks, Lindsay. Of course, locally, anytime you can get aboard the Pride of the Susquehanna and get out onto the water, it's a fun time. And a trip to Bermuda, that's enticing no matter what, especially when you consider the experience of interacting with Penn State football legends. It feels like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, except it happens every year.
We anticipated a good time, knowing it was with Captain Sue Paterno. We didn't expect anything but being first class, and that's exactly what it's been.
Former Nittany Lions quarterback Chuck Fusina is quick to mention the legend most revered on the cruise. Fusina finished second in the Heisman Trophy voting in 1978. He knows Sue Paterno comes first for these players.
And it's for me to see how wonderful they all are and how they all still like each other so much. And they're happy with each other. And that's the important thing. And it's good for everybody because we just have a blast and laugh and laugh.
The family is well represented with her son and former offensive coordinator Jay Paterno on board. This year's theme takes Nittany Lions fans back to the late 1960s and features key players from the back-to-back undefeated teams in 1968 and 69.
We know that we had an opportunity to do things and we achieved a lot, and we are thankful to a lot of people. And that's why this has been very rewarding for me, because you can see that some of the fans enjoyed some of the stories that we were able to tell them. Or at least they said so and kept coming back, so that made it nice.
Burkhart was the quarterback for those years and spent a good chunk of his time in '69 giving the ball to either Franco Harris or Lydell Mitchell. Mitchell ended up in the College Football Hall of Fame. Franco, of course, is in the NFL Hall of Fame. Steve Smear was a defensive force to be reckoned with on those unbeaten squads. And during the cruise, Jay Paterno and the players took some time to teach the fans and alumni some finer points of the game. Not only do you meet these legends, you get to learn from players like star running back Blair Thomas.
You know, a lot of time you have people who watch football for many years, but they just watch it for the fun of it. But then when you start digging down into the little intricacies of the game that, you know, players must know or should know, it's beneficial for the fans because they like, oh, learn something new today.
What you also learn is the legends are humble about their accomplishments and appreciate the opportunity to interact with the alumni and fans.
We can interact with them. We can tell them how we feel about what they've done for us. You know, we've done less than what they've done for Penn State, honestly. It's great. It's great to be here.
If you're thinking this trip seems magical, well, technically it's true. Later in the show, Blair Thomas plays a trick on Lindsay, or should I say, just flat out tricks her with some playing card wizardry. And we have plenty more from a special anniversary of the greatest NFL play in history, what Franco Harris learned at Penn State and from Joe Paterno that led to the Immaculate Reception. Coming up as we go to break in our show, who doesn't love vacation pictures? You get back from a great vacay, you have to check out the pics. More from the Happy Valley Cruise when we return.
Welcome back. Whether it's your first Happy Valley cruise or your third, people travel from across the country to join in on something special, making memories of their own while also influencing others to join in on the fun.
Have some fun and meet people, and this year I see some of the same people who were here 2 years ago, and it's great to see them because it is like a big happy family, and we just have a good time. So. And of course, as we get older, we look forward to these things, you know, seeing people.
The interaction time with players and fans, priceless. And it doesn't matter where they travel from, they weren't going to miss a cruise with the blue and white.
Salt Lake City, take the red eye, and then come and get on this cruise and be with all my other fellow Penn Staters.
You never know what to expect or where the conversation may lead with a legend.
The people have just been incredible. It took 75 years, but a guy came up to me and asked me, one of the Penn State alumnus said, can we chest bump? And so we did this big chest bump right on the main corridor out there. It was unbelievable. You know, initially I was kind of shocked. He says, can we do a chest bump? I said, absolutely.
I hadn't met Steve, prior to this, so he came up to me in the hallway of the cruise ship, and we started talking Penn State, and boy, it really started to click after that. He moved me so much that I looked in his eyes. I said, can I give you a chest bump? He said, I never had one before, but sure.
That will be a talker for the rest of their lives. Making memories is what it's all about. And it doesn't matter if you were old enough to watch certain players play, it's being a part of something more than just a game. It's being part of a family that continues to grow.
People say, where are all these Penn State people from, you know? Said, we're here as a group, you know? And there were people on here that weren't part of the group that were Penn State fans. They were saying, what's going on, you know? And we said, come join us every year, you know?
Not everyone saw it or witnessed it, but it's known as the NFL's greatest play.
The immaculate reception, the ricochet touchdown catch for a Steelers rookie fresh out of Penn State. Now, unfortunately, we can't show you the play because of NFL video restrictions. The final night is a celebration of Franco Harris's miraculous play that sparked one of the greatest dynasties in NFL history.
5 seconds to go. He grabbed it with 5 seconds to go and scored.
No, he's throwing the ball, and I'm telling myself, go to the ball. Now, it's not like I'm tearing going to the ball, but it's just a thing of going in that direction. And after that, I remember nothing.
Well, Franco may not be able to recall the entire play that boosted the franchise, but he does know he did exactly what Joe Paterno always told him to do. He ran to the ball. And 50 years later, his friends and fans remember and recognize the immaculate reception. One by one, they reflect on where they were when it happened or what Franco has meant to them personally. And of course, one of his best friends, Lydell Mitchell, was at the game to witness the miraculous finish.
A wonderful event, greatest play ever. I told him it would be the greatest play ever when they were voting, and it certainly was, and it deserved it, and it couldn't happen to a better person.
Everybody on board the Happy Valley Cruise receives a gift to commemorate the play, which is fitting as the former Penn State running back includes the blue and white in his big moment.
Long may we be proud of all that has happened at Penn State.
Like, it just feels great to share it, you know, to share it with friends and teammates, and let's just have fun with it.
Love the swag they had for the night. The immaculate reception was voted the #1 play in league history. Time to step aside. When we come back, a cruise for charity. Fantastic concept, who this fun event benefits, and why there's so much potential to grow the number of people that come aboard and the number of dollars going to charitable causes. And we keep you in suspense just a little bit longer. Why Blair Thomas learns some magic tricks and what he does to fool our own Lindsey Barna. We go to break with a look at some more of the Happy Valley Cruisers. The Happy Valley Cruise has sailed 3 times with a COVID pause in between. It's been difficult to gain momentum, but when you consider the combination of legendary players and fans, you know it's going to grow in popularity, and that bodes well for the charitable aspect of the event. The most recent cruise benefits the Hope Gala.
You all have the courage, wisdom, honesty, and strength to conquer childhood cancer.
It's a fight the Penn State community is familiar with and takes personally. The goal is clear: conquer childhood cancer. It's the mission of the Hope Gala, and they've made big strides in their quest, donating just under $2 million for Penn State's dance marathon, Thon, since 2008. The Hope Gala was founded by the New York City Penn State alumni chapter with support from the Northern New Jersey chapter. It's a year-long fundraising effort that leads up to the annual Hope Gala. Proceeds from the 2022 Happy Valley Cruise go to the Hope Gala and their efforts. With 120 people aboard, the amount donated is in the thousands. As the cruise numbers grow, so will the amount that goes to charity.
The work that Fort Island is doing has the ability to make a difference for kids, not only in central Pennsylvania, but all around the world.
When you spend 5 days together, you obviously get to know each other better, and it's amazing what you discover. For example, former Penn State running back and first-round draft pick of the New York Jets, Blair Thomas, knows magic. Lindsay digs for the backstory and gets a first-hand demonstration of Blair's other skill set.
The 7 o'clock. I have no sleeves on again. 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock.
This guy started magic in college.
Yes.
Tell us how you got started in the first place.
Well, I grew up being very fascinated with magic. It was a guy that used to just walk around my neighborhood. He used to do coin magic, you know, making coins disappear, come back from behind your ear. So I was always fascinated about it. And then my freshman year up at Penn State, I learned my first magic trick, which was the one I just performed. And then since then, I started reading up on books and learning more and more tricks that I became pretty good at it, and I always had a passion for it.
But it wasn't just reading up. This guy would go between playbooks. He would take his playbook
Yes.
and then read magic books.
Yes, just to get a balance, you know. You can't put too much focus here without getting a reward back for yourself.
All right, give me one more.
One more. Think of a card, any card. Do not tell me the card. Pick one pile and see if your card is in there. Go through the entire deck.
Okay.
Wait, hey, slow down. I told you may hesitate when you get to your card. So I'm gonna turn my back. I'm gonna turn my back so in case you hesitate. Do not tell me your card. Just tell me the number in which it hit the table.
20.
20. Now you gotta remember, you gotta put some on the bottom too. No, I didn't tell you that this is a trick in which I had to read your mind, did I? Ooh. I'm gonna say that's your card, okay? Now, can you share with everyone around what was your card?
It was the 10 of spades.
The 10 of spades.
Or, no, it's clubs, sorry.
No, it was spades. You was right the first time.
Oh my God. That is awesome.
All right.
Non-stop entertainment from Blair Thomas, a fun guy to hang out with. And if you think the 2022 cruise looks fun, wait until you hear about the plans for 2023. And check this out. I guess the next cruise is already on my mind. This is a picture of a sunrise I took recently at Dewey Beach in Delaware. Take a closer look and tell me that doesn't look like a cruise ship. Can't wait for next June. Here are a few more Happy Valley Cruise picks as we go to break. We'll be back with more after this. Invite some Penn State legends, pair them up with fans and alumni for a 5-night cruise to Bermuda. Just saying it out loud, you know it's a great idea.
Yeah, and we've been on the past 2 Happy Valley cruises, and everyone we speak to understands this will only get bigger and better.
People love Penn State. I do, the people that are involved in this, and we could share that common bond and just have a great time together, and that's what we've done for a good cause.
And if somebody has not gone on this, or they're really missing something not going on this cruise, just because of being able to experience that. And I've shared it with some other friends, and some have joined the cruise this year from my first experience. And after the first night, I said, wow, is it what I told you? And said, oh yeah, this is great.
I came on the last cruise by myself, and I made so many friends. Just from the last cruise who took me in and were like, hey, you're gonna come hang out with us, and you know, it made me want to come again. I brought a friend this time, but it really is a family atmosphere that you can't beat.
So you get around and you meet everybody, and you just share your good times at Penn State, and it works. And I think that's what's going to make it grow and become better. Once we get the word out there and say, hey guys, Penn State folks got together and we just had a wonderful time. One of these times we want to take over the whole ship. So it would be great if we could do that.
Here's your chance to get aboard the Happy Valley Cruise for 2023, a return trip to Bermuda in June. More legends, past and present, will be on the Liberty of Seas. For all your information about the Happy Valley Cruise, go to their website, happyvalleycruise.com. There will be familiar legends on the cruise and plenty of new ones to enjoy some time with.
Yeah, it's proven to be a special mix of people that all have a passion for the blue and white. Thanks for watching this Fox 43 special presentation of the Happy Valley Cruise. For Lindsey Barna, I'm Todd Sadowski. We'll see you on board.